And Fox 5 continues covering the foster child community and those helping to fulfill the need.
Yeah, this time local teenagers are the ones stepping up to help older kids in foster care get opportunities to go into the workforce.
Fox 5's Danny Maston has been covering the foster care issue extensively. She joins us now with details. Danny?
John and Jacqueline, it's called the AIQ Foundation. They currently collect and distribute donations and offer services like tutoring to foster kids. They have now created a new program that helps those get into the workforce after transitioning out of foster care. Armed with IQ is the motto for the AIQ Foundation, improving the lives for foster children in our community.
Not only with, the education, but also the knowledge to do well outside of the foster care system. 17-year-old and founder of the organization, Armand Parikh, created the program after learning children in foster care move 15 times during their time in the system. Suitcases, that was our first drive. The idea behind that is, we're carrying our items and donations in essentially like trash bags. But what we didn't realize is that, foster children, they also, sometimes they carry their items from house to house in trash bags. The AIQ Foundation currently consists of 5 high school student board members who collect and distribute donations, offer tutoring services, and inform people about the ongoing foster care crisis.
The first tutoring I ever attended made such a large impact on me because the girl I was with, she was just amazing. 7th grader, and she loved learning, like you could see it. The foundation now launching a new program called AIQ Futures, which provides kids no longer in foster care with resources to get into the workforce. After aging out of the foster system, it can feel like you're a little bit lost, overwhelmed, you don't know what to do, and we just want to help them through that. Sponsors like State Farm, Panda Express, and New York Life Insurance have made donations helping to fund the current programs. The AIQ Foundation is hoping to work with these businesses and more. You should reach out these businesses. We can connect you because you can make their amazing employers and you would make a great employee. Maybe even build some of that mentorship sort of thing going on. That's really what we want to see.
Now I'm told the foundation is always in need of donations as they currently serve about 3,000 kids in foster care, and they are also in need of volunteers. Now we have a link to where you can donate and volunteer on our website at fox5vegas.com. Reporting live, I'm Danny Maston, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.